Hi, I'm Scott with Marc's Mobility. Today I'm going to show you how to change the batteries in the Jazzy Evo 614 HD power chair. Stay tuned. So to change the batteries in the Evo 614 HD, first thing we're going to have to do is take the seat off. So first thing is make sure your power is off. We do not want to accidentally hit the joystick while trying to take the seat off. So make sure power is off. We're going to fold the seat down. And then next thing we're going to do is take it off. What you do is there's a lever on the right hand side. You're going to push forward and you can see the seat will start to swivel. Once the seat starts to swivel, it's unlocked and you can lift it up from there. Don't try to lift it while it's in the lock position. It won't come up. So I'm going to swivel it a little bit. Now this is the 22-inch wide seat, so it's quite heavy. I would recommend 2 people for this size seat. Your seat might be more manageable, but this seat will just lift up. And then set to the side. Now we have access to the base of our chair. Another thing you can do before you take the seat off is you can disconnect this power cable. If you want to bring the seat further away than I just did, so you can do that as well. So now I'm going to get access to the batteries. First thing is removing this rear compartment here. We have 2 yellow screws you're going to unscrew. And this back comes off. And you can see our batteries here. I guess you could try to slide them out, but in order to get a little easier access, see what you're doing, you can also remove this shroud. It's just a Phillips screwdriver, and you take these 2 screws out. There we go. And now I can see what I'm doing a lot better. So now we're going to change our batteries. I'm going to do just one, but essentially you will do both. Both batteries go bad about the same rate. I'm just going to show you one for the sake of time. But these straps just undo. They're just Velcro. Slide that out. You can slide this out from here. I recommend unplugging it first. Actually, go ahead and unplug both of them just to give me some room. And from there, you should be able to slide it out. And there's our battery. So here's our battery. I like to pull it away from the unit just so there's nothing really in my way. But from here, we can take the old cable off. And then we have these bolts that are holding it on. There's 2 different sizes on this bolt from the factory because this is a brand new unit. I've got a 13 millimeter on one side and a 14 millimeter on the other. Your new batteries might have different size bolts. They should have bolts that come with them. 1/2 inch is pretty common. 13 millimeter usually works. Sometimes you'll see 14. But from here, we're just going to take these off. There we go. So we got a bolt, a washer on the other side with a lock washer, and then our nut. Same thing on the other side. There we go. So our old battery is out. I'm going to reuse this battery because it's brand new, but assuming this is a newer battery that you're installing in your unit, same thing. I like to put the bolt with a single washer, if I don't drop it, through the posts. Then from here, I like to connect, well, make sure you connect your positive to your positive, your negative to your negative. Most batteries are color coded, but they should at least have the positive and negative symbol on there somewhere. So I put this on first, put our regular washer on top of that, our lock washer, and then our nut. Same thing on the other side. And then tighten them back down with our wrenches. You want to make sure they're tight enough to where if you pull up on them, they're not going to be loose because you don't want them to lose connection while you're driving your chair. It will kill the power. So that's the first battery. Make sure you do the same thing to the second battery as well. And then put your terminal covers back on. So before I put this battery back in, like I said, remember to do both batteries at the same time. I'm just doing one for this demonstration. But when you do get both batteries in, notice that the battery cables and the motor cables are the exact same plug. So when you do put the new one in and you plug things together, don't plug the two batteries together. You will get no power and wonder why your chair isn't working. So make sure when you get the new batteries in, get one battery to the motor plug, and then I'll go ahead and lift this. I'll go that way. There we go. And then the other battery to the other motor plug. From there we have our Velcro straps that go over the battery through this loop, then up again, and then it just Velcros in. From here we're going to put our shroud back on. Make sure your power cable is up and goes through this hole. But there's also two hooks that are going to go in there. So power cable through, press it flat, and then make sure those hooks go into those holes. There it goes. And you'll know that it's lined up when these screws line up again. So from here, I'm going to grab my screwdriver and put these screws back in. You might have to adjust the shroud around a bit just to get it to line up. But it will line up, and you'll tighten this back down. All right, now I have my screws back in. We're going to put our rear shroud back on. Make sure that these screws line up to these holes here. Should fit just like that. Then we'll just tighten them up. There we go. Last thing to do is to put your seat back on. The seat just has a post right there that goes into that hole here. I would recommend getting help with this larger one. I'm going to do that off camera so I don't scratch this unit. The smaller seat you could probably pick up and then see it and then drop it on, but this large seat I'm not going to do. So I would recommend help if you do run into this situation. So I've got the seat back on. I did get some off-camera help for that. Going to make sure we plug in our power cable. Like I said, if we ran this through properly earlier, it should plug right in. And then bring our seat back to the driving position. Check if we have power. And I have power. Our batteries have been successfully changed. So that is how you replace the batteries on the Jazzy Evo 614 HD power chair. If you like this video, or you like this unit, or you have any other questions, feel free to give us a call. Thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.